Welcome to Crawl Into a Crawl. This is Carolyn Holzman. Today is March 1st. This is day number 544 of the Indexation Research Project, and this is where I'm confining the testing to sites that are designated as a primary crawler, the desktop mobile crawler, and versus those that are designated by smartphones. Now, for anybody who doesn't know what your site is designated in Search Console, you can Google the words, how to find the primary crawler of my site, and it is the first result. It's a video. Now you can find this data also on American Way Media. All you have to do is search Google Index Detector and it's the top result, and you'll know you're at the right page when you get to here. Now technically, if you were paying attention yesterday, it was kind of weird, one for the books. Lots of changes in the Serp HTML. A glitch took out the maps. So if you were a business that was listed well in maps and you're used to getting a ton of calls every day, yesterday might have felt different. As you can see today, we are up in some of the highest readings we've had recently. And I would probably say it may not only be the product reviews update announcement, because like I say, I'll talk about the Serp changes here in a little bit. We did not have a Search Console report update, and I notate those down here, but there should have been one last night, and there wasn't, so it likely will be tonight. Just to give you a quick rundown on the bot history, about in the last 2.5 weeks, we had one on February 10th, a new one on February 16th, another one on February 19th, another one on February 22nd, and another one on February 25th. And those are all noted on the data sheets here. If there's a new Chrome bot, I don't say whether it's mobile or desktop, but it's just a new one. Now the Chrome build 25, that's my number for it, was short-lived. It was a security update that took it to mobile 26. And again, you can find all information on the Chrome updates. I'll put the link in the description. So testing the simple and JavaScript keywords and quotes proves again to be quite fruitful. So what it allows us to see is a slowdown between indexing and serving on desktop. And these are not that only the desktop bot crawls them, because you will see in the bot count that there's very little desktop Googlebot activity. So what we're seeing is that slowdown between when it is indexed on Google's side and crosses over into being findable on our side. Now, there was a total absence of desktop bots over the last 4 days. So that was here, 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 and I almost don't even count that one because it's one. So we really had 4 days, and if you have a site that is the data is compiled by these desktop Google bots, that cannot be helpful to getting content found by its keywords quickly. So let's briefly talk about the change in the Serp results, how much desktop looks like mobile. And if you go anywhere here, look for anything, I'm just going to say tree service. You will see that it looks more like mobile in that all these little icons are over here now. It almost looks exactly like it. So what if what we're experiencing is not just mobile first, but mobile only? Now, if cost cutting was the goal, why have a desktop and a mobile bot? Like, why do we need two? Double the pleasure, double the fun, double the cost. So anyway, that's just my thought there. So again, when I find the keywords in quotes, when I can't find them just by the words without quotes, on the index detector, I'm changing the color to orange. So when it's findable without the quotes, then it'll turn green. And basically right now we can confirm at best, best way we can phrase it, is there's a delay between indexing and serving on sites, or the data is compiled by the desktop bots. Now the rendering time continues to be 5 seconds. This is the second pass, the render crawl, and how long the bot stays on our pages. And this test is based on Ted Kubitis' work. He's tested rendering time for many years. And last year, the last time he tested it was around 20 seconds. So it's now 5. He's testing it. I'm testing it. So if anybody else is testing the time to render for the bot, how long it's on your page, please let's compare render times. Reach out to me. So again, right now it's 4 to 5 seconds. And now let's go back to the product reviews update. So that's what's running. They announced it. It is on this page here, the list of the search ranking updates. So they say it's going to take a couple weeks to roll out. Now, how I read this, as I've said before, I think it's affiliate and e-commerce plays, maybe product comparisons. And if there's a lot of the same thin content, they specifically say don't expect to get rewarded. Now, understand that if this is a rewarding update, if you have really full, expansive things on your page, you're going to be okay. If you're doing really thin, not unique content, not being rewarded is going to feel a little more like being punished if you've left everything to your backlinks and your content. But I will mention this. We know they have to be measuring something, and it's something they have to do quickly and automated. So, and I'll put the link to the description, but they recommend having images, media, various media, images, videos, and outlinks to resources. So could it be that the mere presence of these items will be rewarded? So if you're in e-commerce, do a test. If you have a page that you feel like in the last day or so has really lost a lot of traction, add a video, add some more pictures, add a link out to whatever resource might be applicable to the product. It can be on your site even, it doesn't have to be off. Now, they did also confirm that this type of update runs a couple of times in the year, right? So instead of a real-time, constantly rolling core update, they're only going to run it a couple times a year. And that sort of bears out with what I saw last week, with all the testing of the new Chrome bots. Otherwise, they would not insert a new bot into an update because they got to test those bots, right? So for those of you who've been in the game for a while, it's kind of how they used to roll out Panda and Penguin back in 2011 and 2012. And so if you got dinged in the rescoring of either of those updates, they were penalties in nature. And so because it wasn't rolling all the time, we would have to make changes and then wait until they rolled it out again 4 to 6 months later to see if any of our changes were successful. And that was a real pain in the ass. All right, well, that's it for today. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.